Hey everybody, and welcome to our humble abode on the west shore of Lake Winnipegashish. Or Lake Winnie, as I was going to say natives. Is that wrong?
Locals?
Just locals? Because there's some Native Americans here too. I didn't want to be insensitive.
It's in the Chippewa National Forest.
Mm-hmm. We had a really long day, but that's not what we're talking about. Because it is Sunday, and it is Q&A
Sunday.
We have 4 questions, which, given those of you that know me, that will take us like a half an hour, because I'll just tell random stories. But we will begin with what?
Start with the last one.
I can read that one. What drove you to paddle down the Mississippi River? Well,
Rachel did. For me. That's my answer. Your turn.
That's the short answer, yes. It calls to me. All these adventures that I have or come up with or plan, they just call to me. Like Africa. Africa's been calling to me. That's the next trip. But I always wanted to paddle down like the Nile or, I don't know, the Amazon. And I figured those are probably not the best place to start. So why not go with the longest one here in the U.S., Mississippi. I mean, it's pretty cool. It just transects the whole United States and it goes top to bottom, so why not? And I'd actually originally planned to do this right after I left the military, or left active duty last year, but then, you know, life happened and I was broken. So we pushed it to this year, and it sort of all fell into place, and Elizabeth obviously is now here, and we're on day 5 of the Mississippi. So that's that question. Read the other one.
Yes. What you're learning about yourselves and about the people you meet. Ooh, people we meet. So I have learned that there is quite a community of people around this whole paddling the Mississippi. Whether you do the whole thing or whether you're just doing like a week trip or some portion. We were told about this Mississippi River Paddlers Facebook group. So we joined that, and that's where everyone's putting, you know, what their trip is. And a lot of people have, like us, have a cause that they're doing it for. So everyone's kind of posting about that. And that's also, you're distracting. That's also where the river angels connect with those doing the river. So if you've ever heard of, like, you know, when people hike the Appalachian Trail, there are, what do they call those ones? Trail angels? I think they call them trail angels. It's the same kind of concept. It's just the kindness of strangers along the way. People who, you know, live in the different areas that are willing to, like, give you a ride to the store if you need a resupply, or help you shuttle from one place to another, or just offer you some boxed wine, which this is actually the second time today we've had boxed wine from the kindness of the river angels. So definitely it's been really cool to just see the sense of community.
Oh, and the free ice cream, yeah.
Yes, we also got free ice cream today. So we've got 2 free cups, well, times 2. 4 free cups of wine and 2 ice creams today. Just today.
But again, that's for the next vlog, because this whole day needs a whole vlog in and of itself.
That's true.
Wait, what?
But the first part is, what are we learning about ourselves? What are you learning about yourself?
Nothing really yet. I know that might sound a little...
Well, we're still getting the groove of things. I mean...
And I don't know. I've been around long enough. I've been through enough stuff. I kind of have an idea of what I can and cannot do and how hard to push myself. And side note, I learned that resiliency is not a thing.
It's not a word. Resilience is the word.
So Air Force, you should maybe look into that. All that resiliency training, bullshit. So that resilient, I'm already there. So that part is established. But I'm remembering or relearning how to shut off pain, essentially. And not that it's painful paddling, you're just sore.
The mind telling you, oh, I can't go anymore. Oh, let's stop. Oh, let's do this instead. Yeah, that's one of the things that I've learned about myself is I'm like way more capable than I realized that I was.
Caterpillar fur.
It's probably still a Zoe hair.
No, it was fur.
The other thing that I'm learning is that I really like knowing where I'm going.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I really love, it's okay. I don't have to have a certain timeline, but I really love knowing distances left to go. And also I like knowing my accomplishments, like distances that we've traveled so far that day, or what our average rate of speed or whatever is, which our in-reach system tells us. So I definitely like the map. I'm okay. So today was the first day of us both being in the canoe. And I'm okay with not being the person steering, like I have been able to do in the kayak, where I literally get to control where my boat goes at any given moment. I'm okay. I thought that would be a little bit harder, but I'm okay with not being able to steer and control the boat. But I still like to know in general where we're going, how we're getting there, what kind of time frame.
And to me, I mean, maybe it's the pilot or the something else in me, but I don't know. If you're pilot in command, you gotta know where you're going. So for me, it's kind of weird to give up the map because I'm steering. I need to know where to navigate to. We had a little incident
And see,
today.
every time she is steering, if she stops to look at the map, the boat goes like...
Because apparently I'm the only one that can steer a canoe from the
A
front.
17-foot canoe. Yes.
I don't know. Done it before.
You're a badass. What can we say? Hence why I think I should have the map, because the person who can see where you're going is probably the one that should be, telling you what's ahead.
Her navigation, landmarks.
What are you about to say?
I'm choosing carefully what I'm about to say. So like today, we need to hug the left bank. This side. No, the left bank's over here. So we just got to work on our terminology. But I think...
Our rights and lefts.
Military rights and lefts, apparently, we have to go back to. But I think, again, this was just day one of both of us being in the same boat. And that will iron out. And I think...
Plus, this river, oh my gosh. Like, you just don't even know if you're really going the right way half the time. And you have to look at the map, and then you got to look at the GPS, and then you got to look at how many miles you've gone to see where in all of that you're supposed to be, and if you've made the right turn. And today the wind was blowing, so you had to make a flash decision, and it better be right, because Rachel was going to bite your head off if it wasn't.
No, because it was dangerous.
I get that. It was
So,
dangerous. But there was a
that was
lot of
like-
pressure. It was a lot of pressure, okay?
It was a very critical point because we had the wind. Okay, side note as well. The river, the channel portion that we were on was maybe 25 yards across. There were white caps. Like,
It was gnarly.
At least a foot and a half white caps on a river that was this big. And we're coming to this point, I'm like, because you can't, I mean, there's certain ways you steer a boat, and
sometimes I can stop paddling to check the map, but other times I can't stop paddling yet to check the map. So then I have to wait for permission to stop paddling to check the map, and then I have to make a decision. It just was intense.
Yeah.
The conditions were just,
But we
not
got
in our
through it.
favor.
We got through it. So maybe that's what we're learning about each other.
Yeah,
See, there we go. Back to question
Yeah,
one.
there we go. All right, number 2.
Well, we already did 4, so we're halfway, folks.
Oh, yeah. What do you expect this trip to change about your perspectives?
Oh, I don't hate people as much.
Oh,
Well,
tell us about that.
okay, I still hate most people. Just some people less.
Are
like
you
all-
open to new people more, you feel like?
I'm trying. And I think that will get better. I will try to stop being such an asshole. And I am. And try to be more open to people instead of being snooty.
Snarky is the right
Snarky, yes.
You're not snooty, you're just snarky.
But
sarcastic.
I had fun today with all the people that we met.
We did meet lots of people.
And even the kids. Poor little boy. He asked a lot of questions.
That's in a later.
I know.
That's the next video.
But yes, I'm starting to like people more. Certain people, The list is still short, however, comma, it's growing.
I think for me, what I expect to change about my perspectives is that I'm kind of letting go of my expectations with this trip, because the minute you think you got it figured out, it changes
Nope.
on you, and you really just can't hold to expectations, or you're just going to be miserable. So I'm definitely learning to kind of let go of that, because someone who is such a planner and such a, has such a need to control things or feel like I'm in control, that's kind of a different thing for me. So yeah, that would be my answer to that.
Last one.
What has surprised you so far?
What we were talking about earlier with the network of people here. Mm-hmm. It's really quite impressive. And we're just scratching the surface, I feel. Mm-hmm. Again, we've been on the river 5 days, and we've met a lot of people, and a lot of people have helped us out, or just been kind enough to give us a glass of wine and sit and chat for a while, The guy here at the campground, he said if we had any problems, whether it's here at the campground tonight or when we do the river, the big lake Winnie tomorrow, he gave us his phone number. If you get in trouble and you need help, you need anything, just give us a call. He said, I can't find a boat to come get you, but if you can get ashore, I can come get you or help you or whatever you need. So people are very, especially when they find out that you're paddling the Mississippi, and even better when it's for a cause that we're doing. They've been real, like their whole demeanor changes, and it's quite impressive to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think the other thing that we've both noticed that has kind of surprised us is the weather. The weather here is, I don't know.
Is it? Oh, probably from that dog at the.
I don't know. We are in the middle of a conversation.
Carry on.
The weather is crazy here. And that's not just from our perspective. That's literally like
everyone here.
Everyone's like, yeah, this weather is really atypical for us. So much rain, very cold. The weather just changes on a dime. Yeah, it's been nuts. And we were not, there was really no way to prepare for it sufficiently, but that's why we had to go and do the trip to get some new rain gear, and I got a third long sleeve shirt so that I have more stuff when our clothes get wet and can't get dry for a couple days. I have a couple more things I can wear.
I guess this past, couple weeks have been unusually wet. And like tomorrow it's supposed to be maybe high of 50, low 50s, down in the low 40s at night.
Whereas they've been having like mid 70s are normal here for a high right now.
And like, we had rain a little bit today, but out of the 5 days, we've had like 2.5 days of hardcore rain.
Yeah.
And it still can't really decide what it wants to do. And that's been interesting. And like Elizabeth said, you can't plan for that. We were prepared. We had rain gear.
Oh yeah.
It was just old.
And torrential rain is going to beat through that.
And with the wind, we spent a good, 6 hours one day just in the driving rain.
That was the day we only went 7 miles.
And it took us like 6 or 7 hours. It just...
Yeah.
Ugh. So, yeah.
The other thing that surprised me, and I think we were talking about this yesterday with your mom, is I was surprised. So I had a feeling that I would enjoy the scenery, enjoy seeing all the wildlife, animals, the random people, the small towns. I did not anticipate loving paddling, like just the act of paddling, as much as I do. So that was something that surprised me. It's just I'm just quite content just paddling, just getting on the river and the rhythmic, I guess, nature of it. And your muscles get sore, but like it's really like it is not bad. It's not bad. I've been surprised about how my muscles have been able to handle day after day after day of paddling without feeling like the same kind of soreness that I get from like running when I'm trying to like.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Like, we're sore. Don't.
Oh yeah.
Don't get us wrong. But for the mileage that we do, I feel we could be a lot sorer.
Yeah,
we
we
just
did
recover a lot faster, and
like 22 miles today.
yeah,
23.
You feel it, but it's not like, oh my god, I can't go on tomorrow, or like when my back goes out, oh my god, I can't move. It's just it's different.
Any other surprises for you?
I forgot how much I hate seaweed. I grew up on Little Glen Lake in Michigan, and even Lake Michigan. So I'm okay with like open water. But as soon as there's seaweed, I kind of freak out a little inside. I don't like the seaweed. So I've been working on that. So maybe I'm surprised at how much seaweed's in the Mississippi River. I don't know where I was going with that. Yes. So those were the